former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte has decided to pass up on the invite to join the next House Quad Committee hearing. So says former spokesperson/presidential legal counsel Salvador Panelo, who reiterated its former boss's message and excused the ongoing probe is an exercise in futility, given how resource persons are bullied by incessant interruptions from the panel who rarely allow the people under questioning to complete their statements. Committee co-chair Benny Abante laments this missed opportunity in which the president could shed more light and/or refute allegations put out by ex-Iloilo Mayor Jed Mabilog. He put Mabilog in a narco list and was up for liquidation in 2017. The war in Gaza has spread to the West Bank and all the way up north across the Lebanon border. Over the weekend, Hezbollah fighters fired at least 100 rockets across the border to certain sites in northern Israel in retaliation for early preemptive Israeli airstrike and the remote detonation of rigged beepers and two-way communication radios, which has killed at least 32 people and injured a little over 3,000. Although many of the Hezbollah rockets were intercepted by Israel's vaunted Iron Dome defense system, one managed to slip past and hit a residential building in Kiryat, a city near Haifa, wounding at least 3 and setting cars and housing units aflame. Israel's airstrike on Beirut Friday hit Hezbollah hard, leaving 45 men, women, and children dead, to include top military leader Ibrahim Akil, for whom the retaliatory rocket fire was launched Sunday night by Hezbollah. A high-ranking Hezbollah military commander said the Sunday night rocket barrage was just the beginning of an open-ended battle with Israel. Israel's 300 airstrikes on Sunday have prompted countries with citizens living there to issue an urgent message to evacuate as hostilities are poised to escalate, with Beirut on the crosshairs for more bombardment. The second assassination attempt on former president as his own West Palm Beach, Florida golf course has prompted lawmakers on Capitol Hill to pass legislation to provide more Secret Service security for presidential candidates and their running mates. Likewise, there is a strong push to pass legislation seeking to tone down the rhetoric as a result of the repeat attempt on Trump's life and his outright lies on Haitians eating pets in Ohio community. VOA's Arash Abaradashi has more.
U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump holds his first outdoor rally since last Sunday's second apparent assassination attempt. Without offering evidence, Trump had earlier blamed the rhetoric of President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris for the incident. In a statement published on WhiteHouse.gov, Democratic presidential nominee Vice President Harris said she was deeply disturbed by the possible assassination attempt, adding that she condemns political violence. In a recent and overwhelming show of bipartisanship, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a bill to increase Secret Service funding, with all members present supporting the measure.
The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Take a look at what happened.
The Secret Service recently acknowledged failures in securing Trump at the first attempted assassination in Pennsylvania, in which a bullet hit his ear. Now, the formation of a bipartisan task force to investigate those attempts and what's driving this wave of political violence, with both leaders speaking Sunday.
There's something has happened to us. Our culture has been greatly affected by this. Rhetoric is rhetoric. Both sides say things at times. You look back and say, well, I didn't mean it that way. And that's the way it was perceived, and that's the way it was taken. You've got to be careful of what you say and how you say it.
And there's a big difference between having tough debates during the political season, which is what we should do, and condemning political violence and saying there is no place in our American society, whether you're Republican and Democrat, for anybody ever to take actions into their own hands and to resort to violence.
Meanwhile, Trump has continued to push his widely debunked claim that Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio were kidnapping and eating people's pets. Claims refuted by Ohio's governor and the city's mayor, both Republicans. But a claim no less that's come with bomb and personal threats, keeping the community here on edge.
Since we are Haitian, when news like that is published in the media, it scares us. We are just searching for a better life.
the guy turn and say, "You Asians," then he pull a knife on me.
Despite calls in recent days to cool heated rhetoric, both campaigns are continuing to hit out loudly against each other on the campaign trail.
If Kamala Harris is reelected, she will kill the American dream forever. She's not competent to be president either, but I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude. She's not competent.
We got folks running as Republicans for governor that are proud to refer themselves as Nazis. Let's not pretend that there's a gradual difference between the folks that are running here.
Early voting is already underway in some states ahead of the November 5th election. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News.